Hi everyone, it's Bitcoin from the Big Chubowski in the final round of this season. Haven't been making a whole lot of videos because most of the opponents have been wildly disappointing and putting in very little effort. I currently rank 118 before attacking. Maybe I'll end up somewhere in top 50 towards the end of it. But it does kind of show how few people sort of won all of their rounds. So it's not super difficult to rank high in these divisions now, or this one anyway. Even though people initially thought this one was going to be the most competitive. That's not the impression I'm getting, but yeah, we'll just have to see. So I'm currently fighting a guy called Abner from the guild Bravo Squad, 785k lifetime. He has 3 Galactic Legends, I believe, with no ultimate on Sith Eternal Emperor, so a bit of a mismatch here, and I just couldn't like set a super tough defense that he wouldn't be able to clear. I didn't think that was going to be particularly nice. I kind of wanted a challenge, so I set something a bit lighter, and he's the first person to like one-shot full clear for 31-35. I just put Ray in the front. I didn't want him to burn all of his Galactic Legends in the front and then not have something for Ray in the back, which has been happening to a lot of people, and he did a pretty good job at clearing everything nicely. And then I just put GAC and JKL in the back, and I'm pretty sure he still used SEE on one of those, which is what he also would have done if they were in the front. But yeah, I wanted to at least give him some choices there. And then over here he did a good job too. And the fleets, that's actually the most surprising part. He took out both fleets without any of them calling any reinforcements. Now, I don't know if I've seen that before, but yeah, nice job on his behalf. I just don't know how you beat the Malevolence without it calling in anything with that particular lineup. You would have to burn through Hyena before any reinforcements come in, so that's very impressive. For his defense then, I know that he never sets any Galactic Legends, which is why I went relatively light, because I could have started adding things, but then he might not have cleared. So you see Bastilla there in the zone, but then it's actually not with JML, as you usually expect the moment you see her pop up there. But some interesting teams, the Krennic Death Trooper one I haven't faced before. And then down here, he split up his Darth Revan so that he has 2 Sith teams there. I find that wasteful, but I mean, to each their own. If this works for him and gets him some holds, then why not? But it's the same defense that he sets pretty much every single time. So it's not, how do I say, surprising in any way. I also know the teams that he has in the back zone. It should be Poggle B2 Asajj, Talzin Daka Zombie, Dengar Nest and Leia, and then Maul Dooku Insidious and Kylo Ren Masked with 2 First Order. So that's normally seen what he sets. If any of those teams are off, then he actually changed something up. But I'm just fighting so many people who keep on setting the same thing over and over and over. So first I'll fight the Darth Revan. I have to do a feat where I use Jin, Cassian and K2SO, like 2 of those 3. I wouldn't do that on Darth Revan because in the event that they sort of half kill any of those, so I'm not sure what my gear levels are, then my JML would get death marked, which is not really ideal. But normally seen, it should be possible to solo this with JML. So I figured I'll just use him over here and get started. Now if I do drop any battles at all, then there's a pretty good chance that I might not win here. So it doesn't matter if he uses his Insanity first, let's see, I'll just go straight for him, I think. And then probably switch to Marauder, otherwise he'll just keep equalizing the health, which doesn't really help me. But Insanity is not a problem if you don't bring any side characters, which isn't the case here. Just one more hit and Marauder should be gone. Or not, actually, he heals quite well. That could prove interesting. Yeah, he goes to full health there, wow. Okay, Darth Revan down. Let's think here. Maybe I want to start messing with his cooldowns. And just focus on him. Now last time I had a game crash, which was quite unfortunate. I'm not actually sure I'm able to kill Marauder here, look at that. He's healing way too much. Just need one more hit. Yep, okay. The offense down also played a role there, so after killing Seth there I was okay. But looks like it could actually go wrong if you mess around too much. Alright, so the new team then, now normally I would use Geos against that, but his B1 is very well modded, it's quite fast. And it's got very decent offense. So I think my Geos might struggle a little bit there. So before proceeding, I actually didn't show you the first 2 rounds. I can just quickly show those because I didn't make a video of them because it was quite boring. Like this first guy here, this is what I meant. I had Ray in the back. He tried once and failed. He kept all his Galactic Legends for offense, I believe, and couldn't get through one because he immediately blew all of them on this front zone, which made for a pretty underwhelming match. And then I believe I tested a couple things there which didn't work out. Yeah, I did Nest against the Phasma team because I was curious. There was like a % chance that Nest failed and I kind of wanted to see how that happened. And then they perfectly lined up a stun with some potency boost that they got. And after that did a kill shot. So that was pretty surprising. And then the Talzin team, I honestly don't remember what I tested there. Probably something too cheap as well. Oh yeah, he did set Ray on defense, but the other GLs he kept for offense. I think he had 4 as well. So kept 3 for offense, couldn't clear the 1 GL, which is like, yeah. What am I gonna make a video of? It's just not interesting. Second one, Jack Porkins here. And I think all of these were like 700k plus lifetime. Same story, Ray in the back. I think he saw her and just gave up. And over here he could not get through. 7 attempts in the end on Asajj. I think last I checked it was lower. And then 6 on Finn. And again, I think he spent all of his Galactic Legends in the front. Had to in the end to get through JKL. And then his defense was pretty strong teams overall, so I nearly risked not clearing, I believe, because when I went in with Padme on Shakti here, my game crashed, which was very frustrating. So I ended up having to use, I think it was EP Vader Thrawn on the Padme team to still get through. And then on the Shakti team, I don't even remember, but then he set SLK in the back, just gear 11, but it meant I needed a GL there. So that was a bit tricky to clear, but I still one-shot all of those. So that was pretty good. And then yeah, now in the third round, this guy. Let's get into the EP fight. And I'll use my Sith Eternal there. So in the event that he has Ray in the back, or actually no, I'll use SLK here. In the event that he has Ray in the back or JML in the back, for whatever reason, then I would still be able to use my SEE, since he doesn't have SLK. So that's the handiest Galactic Legend for me to save for the back, just in case. So that's what I'll use here. Thinking if I'll probably just do the feat here. Doesn't matter which team I use it on. They're gonna die either way because they are gear 8. So yeah, might as well just do this. Okay, the game loaded, that's a good sign. Because if it, what's that flashing thing? If it crashes, then you also immediately lose any chance of getting the feat done. Yeah, I could have maybe aimed for a stun on Malik first, but I don't know, man. I'll just take this. I don't feel like I care enough to try to save those banners, because I don't think it would have happened anyway. I need too many hits to get through Malik, and he would definitely just shoot those characters out. I think normal people would have just done a basic there, but hey, kind of like the way the AoE looks. Just wipe them out. So nowadays I restart sort of like once per zone. Every fight is getting a bit excessive, but like some of you might be surprised, like what, I haven't been doing that in forever. But I'm proper paranoid because, as you could see last round, it still crashed on me. And it's just super frustrating, especially if it ends up costing you a match. That's just too dumb for words. Yeah, it was kind of nicer to go for Magna there so he would not be there to protect Grievous. And maybe I would have a chance at preserving my protection banner on Padme, which is what's happening. Just lost it on Jedi Anakin, but that's a 53. And then the new team, as mentioned, I'll just JKR that. Last time I'll use my Grandmaster Yoda at Relic 4. In the future, Relic 8, I think I mentioned it the last week as well, because I edited the video only earlier today as I've been pretty busy. But I'm really curious what a Relic 8 Grandmaster Yoda hits for. It's gotta be pretty fun. So I can do this first. And then direct focus the B1. Gets the stacks down a bit more. So we're already halfway through. And then we get going on B1 until he's dead, basically. Yeah, this is a pretty boring fight. I can just kind of speed through it. Do I want to clear that? I don't think I care, to be honest. Let's just kill B1 first. And then we can reconsider later on. Just wait for the next direct focus, put it on that guy. Okay, the heal just happened. I can swap to Jolie here because he's got more turn meter. Unexpected kill on Newt there. Let's take that stealth, which is going to come in handy to not get countered by Brute. And then see if I can top up Jolie. JKR's probably not going to happen. Let's clear this. Call him now. And it's another 53. Can't link Bastilla, obviously, but I mean, she's not really the damage dealer here anyway. It's better to take the protection from Old Ben. So double 10k, that's gonna be about the best he can do. Well then. See if we can get max banners on this one. Leave Old Ben until last is basically the play. I'll recover this already, just so I get it back sooner. Just leave him be. Next one's gonna be ultimate. Let's see. Because I'll move before Ki-Adi-Mundi, I think. That's gonna be a close call. Well, it's whatever. I don't think there's... Actually, you know what I should have done? I just realized I made a mistake. I should not have gone into ultimate at all. Just basic them down. That would have been enough. Now I'll actually lose the protection banner, so that's pretty silly. So that's how you do it actually. You don't even activate the ultimate. You just keep using the protection regeneration in the basic, and that's good enough. But I was already too far in there. Alright, Finn team. Let me just check the resistance here of Finn, because to be honest I haven't been checking those enough for speeds. 305. Because I just assume I'm always faster, but I guess one day I'll just fight like a 340 resistance hero Finn, and then my spirit won't be faster. Doesn't necessarily mean a loss, but I would take a pretty severe beating, I think. So, as always, we start by going for Finn. No crit there, that's... Let me think here, I've got 96% crit chance or something, or 98, I'm not quite sure. It's somewhere around that number. Not critting, that's about as rare as getting dodged actually, so at least it's not that. I think I'll go for the kill on him here. I've got to make sure that's sorted. And then probably go for Poe. Who does the dodge here? That could have also been the opener. Double stun would be lovely, but asking for a bit much there probably. Another shot for it though. There we go, beautiful. So I'm actually still in the race for 54. But of course that's dodged. Damn. I mean, the dodges happened in that fight, but fortunately not at critical moments for me. We go for a smoke screen first. And then we pray for a daze. We got it. Thank you, R2. Always hoping that R2 does the assist there. Keep that expose going. And now I always try to fish for a stun on CLS. Though I'm thinking it wouldn't particularly hurt if I just smoke screen here. Let's do that. He's just gonna be, well, actually it hurts in the sense that I can't get a 54, but a 54 is a bit greedier anyways. I've done it, but the odds are so low that it's just better probably to play it a bit safe. I could have also done a basic there to kill, but I knew I was gonna go before him. I did not know, however, that I wasn't gonna kill him, so fortunately that got the job done. But really no risk here of losing. Didn't even need Illuminated Destiny. And still a nice 53. Alright, troopers on Mon Mothma. Haven't really done this much. Nice to take out Wedge first to build some stacks, so that now when I do the group attack on Biggs, it's just a tad bit more damage. Don't need it, he would have done a second attack, but I guess it's just a logical order to go with. Now the Krennic team, that's also potentially a tricky one. What I was thinking, it's a very fast Gideon, he's like 360 plus, I think, which is pretty good. I was thinking of using Han and Chewie there. I know there's like a rebel synergy that they have, or like an anti-rebel synergy. Let me check Krennic again, where he gets more crit damage for each rebel enemy and shares that with Death Trooper. He can also do speed down with this. So yeah, little details. People don't really fight Krennic much. I certainly don't. So let's do Rolo here. Rolo for the anti-Empire synergy that I have. Because her leadership gives me a 50% chance to gain Foresight against the Empire, which is pretty neat. And when I resist stuff, I gain Turn Meter, so that seemed pretty nice. Though I think Krennic's stuff might not be resistible, I don't know. But let's just do this, it should be fine. I go for the opener on Gideon. I'll still get demoralized after that. Assuming he lives anyway, but of course he does. Then go for this, that'll feed Turn Meter to Death Trooper, obviously. But there you have the Foresight. Gideon goes down. Now going for Krennic right now doesn't make sense. Krennic does not have the Zeta, so I can just safely ignore him and take out Death Trooper. Or Death Trooper's not the one with the, like, he revives, I believe. So that's not happening here either way. Let's get a stun and kill. So still a 53, but no risk really. And doesn't matter how fast Gideon ends up being. The fleet should really be the weakest. If he has any good fleet here, I'd be super surprised how he did so well on mine. Alright, even though I have a Relic Cat Bane, Dengar's just better. He just adds way more debuffs. So definitely bring in him. Alright. So what else is new? The guild that I'm in, the Big Chubowski, turned 2 years old. I think, yeah, just yesterday actually, which is really awesome. It's just great to be part of. And lots of people who really love Grand Arena. I think we get about 40 in Kyber every single season, which not a lot of guilds can say, I think, but it kind of shows how active people are in the game mode and in general. And it's just really fun to be able to share ideas, help people out, have them help you, etc. Makes the game mode a lot more enjoyable because, to be honest, this season has probably been the most boring Grand Arena season I have played as long as I can remember, really. I can do this here because Dengar takes a turn. Though it's not a special. That's a problem. So my Boba's not looking great, and if he gets stunned here, he's dead. Fortunately, he didn't. I didn't want to risk the kill shot on Talzin earlier, it looked too risky. Still didn't get my contract either. Okay, now this one should get the job done. It would be nice if the AI was a little bit smarter, like Daka trying to revive there. I feel like it's a bit insulting. Like, yeah, it's great enough already that I can permanently kill, but her sort of not realizing that she can't revive is just a bit silly, in my opinion. Okay, now I've got to get Zombie down to -2. Because I don't see myself getting through that Daka while Zombie is in the way. So let's take her to -1. I'll just basic and save the big hit. There we go. So she's out of the picture, and now I can just focus on Daka. Get a stun. I should have saved that. I need to cycle the specials a bit better so that I can keep controlling her. Still don't want to execute. Remember, this is like a Relic 4 Daka and my Boba is gear 12. This, however, is looking better. But no crit, and you see, it doesn't take her down. Not even close. Alright, Dengar gets the honors. Shouldn't have given Dengar the honors. How about that? Because now I have to restart on Zombie. I'm glad I still have time, because that was pretty stupid. Don't know what I was thinking there. I think I might be able to fish for a kill here, though. No, okay. 4 debuffs isn't enough. Okay, stick with Zombie. I've almost got her at -2. No need to delay that further. Let's try that one more time. And otherwise, I guess a third time if this still doesn't work. Alright, turn meter pushed back, lots of dots on there. In the next round I'll try to kill her. And still no crit, but fortunately revives with very low health. And the dots should do the job there, yep. So, a bit lengthy, but very cheap, so can't really complain. So against the Dengar team with Nest, I haven't actually checked the Nest. I should probably do that. So it's great that she has very high tenacity. A lot of people, when they see that, they're like, oh well, I'm gonna need Treya Triumvirate, or I'm gonna need Rage Jedi Training for the healing immunity, and then BB-8's the one who puts tenacity down. So there's a lot of like ideas like that. Another one, you may consider it expensive because you use them for other stuff. If you have the option, Kylo Ren Mass is really nice because he can just irresistibly stun Nest, and then Executioner can just chop her down, and that's basically it. There isn't really anything else to it. I might drop some banners on some of the other characters, but that shouldn't matter too much. Now you can see that my Executioner is slower than the Nest. And I think I want to control Dengar probably so that he doesn't put all the debuffs out there. The way that he does anyway. Like, I don't mind if Nest does, because she's not going to hit too much with her first attack, but Dengar's mines explode much later. That can be pretty frustrating. Okay, the daze is somewhat annoying though, and the inability to hit Dengar after hitting him initially. But here you go, it's the irresistible stun, combined with the taunt, and then I just chop her down in 2 hits probably. Maybe picking off Leia first would have been a bit nicer, because she does do good damage on my Kylo here. I'll do this and re-stun, and that also gives me a shot at Dengar. Just keep taunting. Maybe this will kill. Yep. There's foresight there, so not gonna waste it. Stunner, push it back, and chop her down. Not a chance I'm gonna get to full here, so might as well end it. So let's do that instead. Not gonna get the same kind of turn meter train, but I think it'll pay off. We go into Merciless, and I want to get rid of probably Sidious first, or he's gonna give me another one of those. No crit there because of the Maul lead, but shouldn't stop me from getting through here. Switch back to Vader, keep the protection full. And probably go for Sidious again. Hopefully stun here. Beautiful. Let's go for that. Okay, he gained a bit of turn meter there, but no problems. And I'll just go for the fracture. Oh, I thought it would kill, okay. Well, he's still out. Look at that, a third of the health gone. I'm actually glad that was a dodge, to be honest. I should have maybe swapped the EP there just to regain the protection, but that's fine. Okay, thought I have here is, what if I skip the turn and then Force Crush, because Force Crush has a better chance of healing me to full. So I don't know if a Saber Throw does it. Let's try, do this. Force Crush. Didn't heal enough. I guess not enough targets. So still a 53, but that should actually count the health as full then. Nice. Alright, well, I will probably immediately lose these buffs, but see how far we can get on this guy. The answer is we can kill him. Well, he's gonna AoE first, so I could dispel that advantage, but it's not gonna do too much, so let's just go for Sith Trooper. Good progress, I like it. Wow. Right, that was a gear 12. Never mind. I could have dazed him there, but I figured a double basic wasn't gonna kill. Maybe the tech will help me a bit to keep them full enough so that I can recover everything. Don't know. I figured worth a shot. So I'll put the tank tech on him first, weapon tech over here. Could have maybe put the weapon tech on GBA to get more healing turns, but don't know if it's gonna matter. I'll just start with the AoE for the exposes. And I might just kill Poggle first to immediately be rid of him. No cleanses on their side. Healing tech here. I was thinking of maybe cleansing first, but I think this will pay off more. Save that heal for the right time. Okay, I'm gonna put a protection up here. And I think in the next attack would have been nice to pop those dots actually, but I got it. Should be fine. So he's going with a TIE Bomber reinforcement on Thrawn. Which means I'm gonna use my finalizer here. And just try to clear them out before that thing comes in. Now I'm not gonna undersize in terms of reinforcements too much. I will bring Houndstooth and Xanadu Blood, but I don't suspect I'll need more. His Holdo fleet has Razor Crest as a reinforcement, so that's also a pretty tricky one. But there's also a Sith Bomber on his end and a Houndstooth, so I'll have to be a bit careful there. So maybe I'm pushing my luck a bit. But let's see. Try to get a stun first, and then get the kill, basically similar to what you would do with Han's Millennium Falcon. Now pass this turn, and I think I'll try to fish for a kill here as well. Got close, but not quite there. And now TFP is taunting, so we're gonna get the dodge fest. Oh, that's really gonna hurt. That is really gonna hurt. He already got 2. So still a good chance to drop on this. I think I got efficient enough. I think I got high enough banners to not have problems. Even if I have to 2-shot this, but I kind of just prefer to 1-shot it. But I should have maybe gone for the potential kill shot on TFP there. I'll go for the stun here. And do an assist call here. I really don't want to trigger more foresights, it's getting a bit silly. But this should normally seem to be a loss because TIE Bomber... No TIE Bomber, wow. Okay. That's either lucky or lucky. Okay, let's get a kill on Scimitar. Before that thing does anything. Very nice. Just stick on Houndstooth for now and try to get this one out. Okay. Does that guy ever drop his foresight? Hunted seems more attractive. I don't want to call in Xanadu Blood just yet and do an AoE because that's gonna hurt by triggering the foresight. So I'll just do this so he can't gain turn meter. Then boost up my whole team. So let TFP do whatever, I don't really care. See if I can get a kill. Yes, very nice. This will max his capital ship, who kills my 2 ships even, wow. No more dodges, okay. So 58, it's ugly. Not what I had in mind, but that was a risk I took, kind of going in a bit lighter and going against the lineup I hadn't fought before. I knew TFP would be a problem, but turned out to be dodge-based, essentially. So I'll hit this guy first. So brutal. So that I can now go for Race Scavenger immediately. And we put some buff immunity over there. I should have aimed for Resistance X-Wing to clean both of them actually, but it shouldn't be a problem. Ahsoka is also just a nice reinforcement to immediately clear a lot of buffs and make her super strong. But Plo is more important. I thought that was gonna kill the ZF. Okay, no crit immunity. Gotta clear that foresight. Still no action from 5s. Besides clearing foresights. He's like a janitor on this fleet. Okay, there we go. I should have cleared that foresight too, but no problem. I'll just do this so he can't retaunt no matter what. And try to get a kill here. The crits are not working out, that's for sure. But still a 65 for a win. But minus 20 banners would have been a loss. Then again, I do have to keep in mind, even though I won with First Order against the Thrawn fleet, I did drop a lot of banners. If that would have been a loss, but I'd picked off a couple ships, then the cleanup would have been like better than a 28, obviously. So maybe minus 20 isn't completely fair. Anyway, win by 19, so pretty comfortable. Thanks to my opponent for playing. Not thanks for not changing your defense, because, I mean, a lot of people would be happy with it. I'm not really, because this is all I've been fighting all season. Just people who said the same 3 weeks in a row, more or less. And there's just no challenge in it. It's not particularly fun. Now, I don't want to rant, because a lot of people would probably gladly change places, but me being someone who likes Grand Arena, it's not the greatest to have that. Anyway, 235 banners still to get if I remember to do these, because I've forgotten other fleet feats. That would put me... Where would it put me? Obviously get pushed down a lot by people that still have to go. But somewhere around 525 is just between Skell and Seraph here in rank 18. Currently anyway. So not too bad. Now if I would add another 100 banners from the fleet feat that I missed, I believe it was 100, maybe 80. Let's be conservative and say 80. Then I would end up in rank 10 currently. And then if I would not have done those 6 whatever tests that I did with stupid things against teams, so that's another 120 banners, then I would be second. Which kind of goes to show, like, all you need is a season like this to make it to top 10, which has been my goal all along. But then again, if I would have been up here and then you subtract the 80 or 100 that you would get from fleets, then I would currently be rank 7, but I'm almost certain I would get pushed out of the top 10 still by people with feats that they haven't cashed in yet. So I still wouldn't have gotten there. That was basically my thought. If at the start of the season you immediately drop 80 banners, or maybe it was 100 again, I don't remember. But if you drop that to a feat, then you're just not going to make top 10. That's about how much wiggle room you have for people that are curious. You can drop some battles, and if you ignore the testing that I did, I think I probably dropped like 3 battles. Like realistically, and the crash that I had, that's actually 7, but let's assume that's a fail or something. Then I probably dropped like 3-ish battles legit the whole season. That's about how much wiggle room you have to get to top 10. So if you're thinking of making that, that's what you gotta do. You gotta get full clears. You gotta get high banners and everything. You gotta do all the feats. And you should drop less than 5 battles ideally. And that will get you top 10. But yeah, you have to be efficient. You have to go pretty heavy on offense and have very good modding to cover for you on defense. But if you can check those boxes, you can do it. It's possible. Of course, like, there's people in here, so it's certainly possible. Anyway, I look forward to the next season. I'm gonna have Jedi Master Kenobi in a couple days, so that should be pretty fun. Let me see where the guild is at, actually. I realize I'm rambling at this point, but I'm just curious how far we're getting along before the points come in from the win of the round, obviously. Yeah, so currently at 39. Prime in 40 will also make it if he wins. Or maybe he hasn't played yet, I don't know. And then there's a couple more that should be within reach. And actually, we have someone in Division 4 still. He also made it, so we are already at 40. And might be getting higher up. So that's really awesome. Super proud of the guild and everything we've accomplished. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to the next season.